Blog Talk Radio.
Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host, Matt Marrero, along with your other host,
Tristan Walter. I almost said Krillin. Oh my god.
What?
For a split second in my head, I almost said Krillin.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So it's Tristan, everyone. And what we are doing today is we're doing Dragon Ball Krillin.
Shut up.
I mean, it kind of felt like it was a little bit, at least the last two. Anyway.
Yep.
So it's
Super Ball Krillin.
Super Ball Krillin. But no, it's Dragon Ball Super. I was gonna say Krillin. It's Dragon Ball Super, and this was a very interesting 4 episodes. We're doing episodes 73 to 76. So it's the 2-parter with the Great Sandman movie, and then the other 2-parter with the Forest of Illusionary Doom, Destruction, Death. Something, yeah. With where Krillin and Goku have to face the evil of pasted character art. I'm sorry, man, but at first I was like, oh, it's a style choice that they look that way. And then I was like, nah, they got better shit to animate. They have better future arcs to animate, real arcs. So they're just like, yeah, no, everyone's going to be just there. The only one that was a style difference in that forest was Demon King Piccolo. Because I know they didn't want to make him look too much like Piccolo.
Right.
But everything else, legit, they're just like, so since they're not the real villains, could we just copy and paste them all the time and kind of just have them floating towards the characters? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dude,
sure,
that's what they fucking did. Pretty much nearly every battle animation with them. Check out 76 again. Or even just when they're about to attack, it's just copy-pasted in there.
Right.
It's hard to explain unless you see it, And I know you've seen it, but
yeah.
still.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was just to focus more on Krillin than anything else.
No, of course. That's why, I understand, they juxtapose Krillin, yes, but, I meant in every single scene. Doesn't matter what scene. Every single scene is just, literally, all right, so we have this still from, a while ago. Yeah, no, let's just put that one in there. Or let's just obviously, redraw it, but it's going to look just like that still from the promotional work that came out, 15 years ago.
At least you got that sick Destructo disc.
Yes. Yes. But,
You finally cut Nappa in half.
Yeah, right. Took him long enough. No.
Finally got the kill we wanted.
Dude, I was sitting there when they showed every single villain in 76, and I was like, my God, they've showed every single person that has ever killed or wanted to kill Krillin.
Pretty much. I
was like, oh, shit. And they found the one thing that Goku's actually scared of, Super Shenron.
I mean...
No, because, not scared, but, potentially, that could actually hurt him in some form.
Right.
Intimidated, at least. Yeah, intimidation, at least. Because everything else...
I've only seen you once, and you're fucking huge.
Yeah, no, because everything else, I completely understand, why... Although it's funny. Technically, it's huge, but it's still smaller than it should be, because it should be around the whole entire planet. But anyway...
Oh, yeah. Right.
But no. But my point is that, although I have to admit, when Goku summons Flying Nimbus, I was like, oh, no, the Nimbus is going to kick the shit out of him. But it was the real Nimbus. I was like, oh, that's sweet. That's actually... See, okay, so I said this to you through text, and this might sound blasphemous, so I'm sorry, everyone, that I'm going to have to do this. I think that at least these last 4 episodes, although I might say it on a filler scale overall, minus a few here and there, I think the fillers, in Super, are better than Dragon Ball Z filler.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean...
I feel like that sounds blasphemous.
I would probably say this. Well, yeah, but at the same, if you think about it, it's the filler episodes that we've seen, or just episodes between each arc in Super. Like you said, they feel like they're actually giving a little depth, or even just some fun stuff for characters here and there, and it doesn't feel like, oh, we need to, wait for time before the next manga chapter comes out and we can adapt that. It actually feels like each of those episodes have their own little story, be it a gag or be it serious like here, and it's nice.
Yes. Now, there is a Dragon Ball Super manga, and I do believe that it shares some similarities with this anime, so I'm not going to sit here and say that that doesn't exist. I haven't read it, so I don't know how close it is in how the arcs play out. So I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't exist, because I know it does. Sadly, it hasn't come out here physically yet, but you can actually get it through Shonen Jump Alpha, I believe, or at least through Viz's site. So you can actually subscribe to them online and get it through them there, if you want to take a look at it, which I might actually do just to check it out, because I kind of want to see how it looks. But even though I don't know how it matches up, I don't. But still, it's like something about this filler flows in a way that it just felt like the other filler. Like, obviously, yes, it is in between arcs. No shit, right? And obviously, most of the filler, there isn't as much work put into it as there is during the actual arcs themselves, right? Even though, people might complain about some in-between animation and some fight scenes, they put a lot of work into it, or they get fixed, or it's just standard, like, well, that character's far away, so that's how it's going to look. That's just how it happens sometimes. Doesn't matter what anime you're looking at, doesn't matter what year. But I still feel like when it comes to the story, just the story, even some of the ones that are like just look at, Great Saiyaman, the movie, right? You're looking at those 2 episodes. If I told someone, no, it doesn't have to do anything with, the actual storyline as a whole, skip it. Personally, I feel like, just like with the show like Steven Universe or Gravity Falls, in shows like, I know you haven't seen much of either show, Tristan. You've seen it a little bit, but not enough. But even the episodes that are filler in something like Steven Universe, the episodes that you're like, oh no actual plot's going on here, nothing's getting destroyed, there's no like giant monster, whatever. Maybe a smaller one, but nothing crazy enough to destroy the entire city or, hurt the gems or anything like that. You still have situations where the main character, Steven, or the gems, will develop bonds with other characters that they may either mention later, or if there's a huge disastrous scene, a lot of calamity, you kind of sit there and you're like, well, why does Steven even care about these people? Because you've probably skipped all of the filler episodes where he actually develops bonds with every single one of them. Because, even though it's an episode that doesn't involve a huge major plot point, doesn't mean that it's skippable in Steven Universe. That's how I feel about it. There's still continuity there in some form or another, even though it isn't, something's going to destroy the Earth or something like that. But I feel, even though, look, obviously Dragon Ball is based on a larger franchise. We know all these characters already. But the thing is that we've known them. That's my opinion. We've known them from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, but there was a gap to Super, right? And now I feel like, people even change day to day. Like, there's still a way to get to know them even more and their bonds with their kids and things like that. So actually having the chance to see them develop these bonds with their children and with just the world overall is really nice and special to me, right? So it's so like to say like, oh yeah, just skip the episode with the Great Saiyaman. I don't know. I don't like that at all, because to me, it just feels like, when you have Dragon Ball and Z, and even, I'll bring up the dreaded GT. Sorry, Tristan. You don't really see the bonds develop unless, they're like major plot. But obviously the major plot's from the manga, so there's a strict guideline they have to follow, and there's all these, obviously, like, there's going to be fights, right? I mean, even obviously the actor getting hit with the alien parasite was a little bit forced, but it was still, like, obviously you had to have a fight like that. Like, it would have been weird, I even admit, if in 2 episodes of DBZ or Dragon Ball
we didn't have
a series,
fight somewhere.
You didn't have a fight to that. So I understand. But still, I don't know. I just feel like seeing them develop like this, it actually is something that I would argue you didn't really have much in Z's filler. You'd have, like you said, and because we both had a discussion before the show a little bit, how it's like, oh, hey, we're I'm not saying it didn't make sense, but it still would just be like, oh, hey, we're going to Planet Namek. Oh, no, we got stopped on this alien planet. That's not Namek. Oh, no, these children that we have to help. And mind you, they were nice. Like, I loved seeing, Gohan and Krillin, help out these kids and stuff like that. Right. it. It's always Gohan helping out kids for some reason. It was so funny. It was like, doesn't
Yeah.
matter where Gohan was it, whether he was on Earth, whether he was in space, always group of kids.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
And it was funny.
Like, imagine
Yeah.
if that continued, where, like, now, no matter where he went, he'd just be helping out groups of adults. Wouldn't that be fucking weird?
I
Why was-
mean, technically, he's stopping bank robberies, so...
No.
Yeah?
I mean, like, he's walking in
I know
the
what
wasteland,
you
and he
mean.
finds a group of
Yeah.
adults.
Right, and helps them.
We're outlaw adults. We don't need you stinking adults.
Wait, who the hell are you?
Yeah. Why do you all live here? We don't need older people. You mean like grandfathers? Yeah, like them. We're adults.
He's still wearing the suit.
No, he's wearing. Yeah, all the people are wearing normal like suits and dresses and pearl. They're just all adults. But they're like, we don't need.
No, I meant like
stinking.
Gohan. He's still,
Him too.
like,
Yes.
He's not even acting like the Great Saiyaman, but he's still wearing the costume.
He
They're like,
goes
why
into
the
space.
hell are you dressed like that? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
He goes into space, and they're stranded adults in space.
Oh god.
Just
It's the
anyway,
same kids that they raised to.
Oh, God.
You never found that planet, did you? No. Oh god.
Oh my god. Anyway, no, but seriously though, yeah, like it always felt like it was just biding time. Like, okay, you couldn't really develop them. That's the thing in my head. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to connect. You couldn't develop them anymore because the writers know, like, okay, we can't do this to them because this is coming next.
Right.
Now, obviously, no one's going to die.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's obvious. However, there is no future for them to go to. While, yes, you sit there and go, okay, these characters are safe. In another way, anything can happen because GT isn't canon, so there's no way, like, there's nothing they have to make it until. They've already gone through both movies.
Yeah.
So, granted, I'm not saying anyone's going to, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, no, is Gohan going to collapse? Wait a minute, it's a heart virus? Trunks comes back. Look, I understand you might think I've overstayed my welcome.
Oh god.
A fucking heart virus? Listen, in the further future. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait a minute,
Zamos
are you
turned
Trunks?
into a heart virus.
Wait, what turned into a heart virus?
Zamos.
Oh god. No, what I would love so much if it's like, wait a minute, is that Trunks? No, he has brown hair. I'm actually Blunks. Not Trunks. Just I'm Blunks. I'm from a different future where Gohan got a heart virus. Okay? Yeah. Also, there's going to be like robots or something.
I'm Bulma
Are
and
they
Yamcha's
androids?
son. What?
Yeah, I'm Yamcha's son. Yamcha had a kid? Yeah, even Yamcha was surprised, actually. No, but he does the Cub Fang Fist. Anyway, so I
Oh, all right, okay.
Fuck you, that was a good one. Anyway,
It was,
but
oh god.
No, but seriously though,
Gonna
like
need a sensor beam for that one.
you can't. It's like getting shot in the arm. You're fine. So yeah, I just can't believe that.
Wow,
like,
I got shot with a bullet. I'm getting rusty. Oh dear God.
But seriously, so yeah, like you couldn't do anything to them at all. So like you couldn't even make yes, Gohan went around as Great Saiyaman because they focus on Gohan a fucking lot in filler. Like they kind of sat there and like they knew in production meetings, like, well, first off, actually no. To be fair, before, like, I'm not even assuming they talked to Toriyama. I assume what probably happened there was, originally it was like, okay, Gohan's the kid, so the kids have to relate to the kid. And then Gohan was old enough that they probably knew, like, with Toriyama, like, oh, he's going to fight Cell later, let's focus on him more. And potentially it's, well, they grew up with Gohan because the show had been going on for a while. So now they are near Gohan's age. So we'll focus on Gohan more now too. Like, it's very interesting. The show was about Goku, yeah, but I feel like a lot of the filler focused on Gohan in some form. Even if not just directly him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you have the what's it called? You have like the Goku and Piccolo going to drive episode. I know.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know. But it always felt like, to me, like the ones that I remember the most, and I didn't think that I love them, I just remember them. It had to do with Gohan somehow. Where it's just like, hey, Gohan's going to be Great Saiyaman for a while. Just doing things with dinosaurs even. Sure. Remember those? You thought we forgot about those. But
Mr.
it's a Gohan
Robot.
dinosaur episode. Yeah. Gohan dinosaur episode. But, yeah, so very interesting that they did that.
To be fair, I did enjoy a lot of those episodes. You know, even not specifically Gohan, but, you know, I know we had said, like, these filler episodes for Super are kind of better in ways, you know, that you're mentioning than Z, but it's not that we didn't enjoy them.
Yes.
But as like a character kind of standpoint. Because I feel like those episodes did get to build characters a little bit. Like, nothing major, like you've said. They do that in the arc. But, you know, little things here and there, you know.
Little things were nice, yeah, but the problem is, as a kid, when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z, I didn't know anything about anything, and it was new to me. All of it was new to me. So I was, like, eating it up. I was like Majin Buu. I was like, I need more Z!
Okay.
Right? So I could fucking sit there and watch.
So then you turn people into Dragon Ball Z episodes and DVDs.
Why do you think there were so many of them?
Consume them. And consume them.
And consume them, yes. So when I was a kid, seeing like Gohan talk to other kids, you know, in space, like I kind of felt weird about it. Like, this isn't, or like Goku and, you know, Home for Infant Losers. I was like, this is not the thing that they said they were going to do. Like, I felt like there was something different, but I don't believe that I had read up on what filler was. Although I know I had this older comic book, like this older anime mag that actually is still in my house. Right. I got to show it to you. It may have talked to me about filler. It may have discussed what filler was to me, but I don't think I read it that young. Like, it took me a few years till I read it. But again, it's been a while, so I have to look it up, actually. It's kind of funny. I'll show it to you. The cover's really cool and has Goku Super Saiyan. It was a really I loved it when I was a kid. But anyway, so the point is that when I was younger, I could watch that and be like, cool. Once it got to like Gohan being a teenager, I was a little bit more self-aware. So when it was like, hey, Gohan's gonna be Great Saiyaman, and also there's a dinosaur on a movie set, I was like, this is not. They're doing it again. Like, I could see the pattern. I was like, I'm going to watch it because it's what I love to do after school, and my school life is shit, but I'm going to prefer the next week or two better. Because if anyone doesn't remember, back in our day in America, they aired DBZ daily.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, eventually they'd run out of episodes and they'd start to, like, replay old ones again for, like, a month or two. Maybe even 3. Maybe 3. Maybe.
Oh God.
Yeah. But I would take that price of like 3 months without a show and then airing it daily for a while.
Yeah.
Rather than honestly, if DBZ came out here only once a week, I don't think it would have worked in America. Different podcast for a different day, but I don't think it would have worked in America if during the anime boom, they had only put out one DBZ episode per week.
So instead of Super, we're going to talk about the logistics of anime.
Never.
And their US release.
Never.
Anyway.
No, but anyway, I have to say, though, I do think that Super, you know, has been able to actually almost always knock it out of the park with its filler. Because even so, someone might try to say to me, but Matt, the fucking baseball episode. And I'm like, but they gave Yamcha more depth than arguably all of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I mean,
arguably. That's why if you want to,
arguably, yeah.
Arguably, no, because here's the thing, right? Thinking about Yamcha and DBZ, it was like he showed up, he died, he came back, he wasn't with Bulma because, you know, he's a cheater.
Reasons.
Well, I assume that was why. I think they said that was why verbatim. Like, it was Trunks. It was like he wasn't always faithful. Pause.
Well, I think even in the first episode of Dragon Ball, Krillin's like, hey, Bulma, wait, where's Yamcha? I think he's cheating on me. Oh,
my God.
Well then.
My God.
Never mind.
But anyway, but anywho, but seriously though, right? So like that's what, at least putting filler aside, right? It's, although filler gave him a little bit more, maybe like a little bit of training when he was and wasn't dead.
Well, you
But
know
like,
what, Matt? Why don't you take one for the team and get hit with a Cyberman and see how you... I'm kidding.
How would I feel? Curled up on the floor dead. That's how I'd feel. But I'm kidding. It'd be more like Chaozu. They wouldn't fucking find the body. Sorry, I didn't train like Yamcha and any of the other ones did. Like, if Cyberman explodes me, I'm pretty gone. But anyway, but seriously though, yeah, I just, I feel like, again, even in something like the baseball episode, the fact that it put such a focus on Yamcha in some ways, I'm like, wow, they really like focus on the fact that it's an ensemble cast, even though, again, in Super itself, we've barely seen Yamcha. So, like, yes, we've seen Yamcha more in DBZ, but still, like, I didn't really see much of Yamcha, like, I didn't really see much development from him. It was just like, is he dead or is he not? Count.
Right.
Is he not dead? Oh, no, he died because Android 20. Oh, wait, no, never mind, he's good. He's good. Like, that's safe. Oh, I'm sorry. Yamcha took Goku back home, or was one of the people that was at Goku's bedside, which I'm sure Goku was like really happy about. Like, oh, thank goodness.
I don't know if he even remembers much of that.
That too. Oh, thank goodness you're here, Yamcha. It's not like you can do anything on the battlefield. Whoa. That hurt.
Sorry. It was the heart virus talking. Okay, Goku. Sure.
Yamcha punches him right in the heart.
Oh, God.
Feeling better?
I think that's the most I've ever hurt you ever since the first time I met you. Yeah, you're probably right. I'll remember that. Oh, crap.
I feel like they'd high-five each other. Chi-Chi's, like, pissed. They high-five. They're like, good hit, man.
Oh,
but seriously, though, so I don't know. I feel like the filler's been better. But specifically jumping on, like, what filler we're talking about today, again, as I mentioned earlier, Great Sandman and the Forest of Destruction, Demise Doom. And when we look at the Great Sandman movie, I honestly felt like it could have been one episode. That's the one thing I'll complain about some of Super's filler. I feel like they could have been one episode, but then were extended to two because they wanted to not make more than one plot, which I'm not going to complain because I'd rather have a little bit stretched out two-parter rather than just 4 episodes, like 4 random stories. So I do like the two-parter format, and also what's interesting is I think it's funny because, Great Sandman basically being Tokusatsu, being based off of Kamen Rider, you can tell that, and I know you wouldn't be able to, like, notice this, Tristan, but, like, Kamen Rider has, for the past, so many years now, has been doing a two-parter thing a lot, where, like, it'll be really funny, where, like, in the first episode, you'll have whatever Rider it is fighting, I don't know if it's changed, by the way, in the past, like, 2-3 years, because I haven't been caught up with Rider, but when I was watching it for a while, you would have Kamen Rider, by the way, Japanese superhero series, where he'd find the monster, first episode of a two-parter, fight it, all of a sudden because reasons. Oh, no, the monster got away. Well, don't worry, because in part 2, and then in the second part of the episode, by around the end of it, he'd just fucking annihilate the monster. And you'd be like, cool, okay. So, like, I feel like, and mind you, and I think we've talked about this, you know who makes Kamen Rider, right, Tristan?
Yeah.
Who makes Kamen Rider?
I know you've told me.
Toei.
Right. Yes.
So they're using the same format.
Damn it, I would have had it.
That's the only fucking company you could really, I think, in my head, at least like off the top of your head.
Yeah.
But I fucking love it. Which one? This one. Yes. This one. No, but
the obvious fucking one. Yes.
No. But the reason why I bring it up is because not only is it funny because, Great Sandman being a Tokusatsu character, being this Kamen Rider, but also just based on the fact that it's just Toei overall, right? So just using the same two-part, that they use in their live-action, series for Dragon Ball Super now. And, it's been a lot of fun. I guess, especially seeing it here because, it was nice seeing Sandman be Sandman, but I do think, I don't know if you agree with me, I do think that we could have dropped this actor being that evil and the alien parasite. I think we could have dropped it. And just made it
but
a one
we had to throw in Jocko. We haven't seen him in God knows how long. A few episodes.
Well, no, longer than that, I think, right?
I mean, he was there with Bulma when they were fighting against Dark Goku, but yeah. Well, Zamos.
Right, but then again, I haven't been watching in a while, but wasn't that like at least that's been a good few episodes because they had some filler in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but my thing is, but all jokes aside, do you think that, they should have dropped that or that it would have been better condensed without that, or do you just like that you got to see more Gohan as Great Saiyaman?
I mean, I think I would have liked it if I feel like I would have liked it more if it was just like focusing on making the movie and kind of doing funny shit. Because that got like really serious and dark in some places, especially with Gohan being, Goku's son and not realizing the context of some of his actions.
Like what exactly?
Like with the idol actress, like, fly me home and study lines, at my house. It's like, Gohan.
Oh, yes.
This is Hollywood. Not that she was bad, and I felt terrible for her because that was, like, horrible.
Yeah, no, it was very interesting because at first I thought, oh, she trying to get some.
Yeah.
Like, why go with this actor when I can go for the real thing? Like, oh damn.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Gohan's had this problem, but
I don't know why my first thought was, I can be the Great Saiyaman too. No, my wife is Great Saiyaman too. No, I'm saying I can be the Great Saiyaman too. No, I know, my wife is Great Saiyaman too. Like, who's on first? Who's on first? What's on second? But, but she's just like, it was very interesting. At first I thought, oh God, she wants some Great Saiyaman. And, she puts on a monster suit. What are you doing? I want to be closer to you. I was going to kill you. So
I thought
so
for sure Videl was going to pull a Chi-Chi. I really did.
Yo, every time I saw a potted plant, I was like, that's Videl. Like, I just imagined her just constantly patrolling Gohan. But it's even better that she wasn't. It's just better that she wasn't because it makes that last scene so perfect because she trusts him so much. Because to be fair, when you're Goku's kid, like literally they could have both been naked and she would have been on top of him and Videl would have been like, nah. What do you mean? Are you saying it's photoshopped? Oh no, it really happened, but there's an explanation.
Yeah.
Like literally,
he's
like
not there for why you think he's there.
No, like literally, she'd be like, was it like a massage bar? Did you not get the massage person in the shot? Like, fucking something happened. No, like she knows. She's like, it's not even just the fact that she loves him so much. From our perspective, it's like that's Goku's.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that Chi-Chi would have given him is the ability to karate chop that chick. That's the only because like people be like, oh, you're made up of your parents. It's like, yeah, Goku is completely innocent and stupid, and Chi-Chi would karate chop her. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh, but what if the cheating? No, Chi-Chi's still just as loyal, just that she'd like kick her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine if Chi-Chi was there. That would have been the funniest thing ever. Chi-Chi would have headbutted her.
It probably.
Also, by the way,
Kaioken.
Yeah, I wonder how Funimation is going to dub this. Like, somewhere. Oh, hey, isn't it so cool she's 18 years old? Because she's 18 years old. No, because she's an idol, and she looks like one of those young idols that's like, at first I thought 12, but then clearly they were going, in my opinion, for like 16. But then she did that, and I'm like, oh, in Japan that might be okay, but not here.
No.
You're gonna have one background character. Hey, so like you're 18, so like you can do it. Like something's gonna happen somewhere where someone's gonna say she's 18, or like some promotional material is gonna write that she's 18 years old.
Probably.
And just because like I'm sitting there and I'm like, cultural differences, ahoy! Like Jesus.
But the asshole actor will be completely the same.
You know who voiced him over, right?
Oh, God, I'd have to probably listen to him again, and I could probably say it, but
it was wonderful. So I don't have the exact. I'm gonna look up his exact his name, but he voiced. Not only did he voice Ikkaku from Bleach, but he's also voiced a bunch of different like tokusatsu characters, like monsters mostly, obviously, because he voices for the monsters. But I'm trying to see exactly what his name is. But come on now, you're just gonna give me. You're not gonna give me other. They're just giving me like every like Bleach wikia, and I'm like, because I'm trying to look for him through Ikkaku, and I'm like, are you? Because you won't find him through this other guy. Which, by the way, his name was so like Japanese trying to be like English, you know what I'm trying to say? Like his name was like just like a good representation of like, oh, this is what an American name would be, said the Japanese person.
Right.
And it's like no. Because the first half of his name, I think it was like, what was it, Chad, right?
I thought it was Barry.
Oh, sorry, Barry. I'm like, yeah, Barry.
Yeah.
Khan. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Barry Khan, that's not, Americans are not accepting, like, certain Americans are not accepting of that name. No. It's not an American name. Barry Hamburger, American name. Right? Barry, like, even if you want to get a little bit ethnic, but like ethnic enough that certain Americans will accept it. Barry Pasta Fazul, fine. All right? I don't know about Barry Khan. I don't feel like you tell, I don't know, there's a certain subsection of America, you're like, the most American name you can think of, would it be Barry Khan? Like, I don't think people would think of that as so like I sat there and I was like, oh, Japan. I was like, oh, Japan. Oh, Japan. Do you see where I'm coming from, right, Tristan? Like, oh, Japan. Not from a place of hate, just like looking at America as a whole, as we have been over these years.
Yeah.
That's not an American name, the way people think of as, oh, America. That kind of, like, just a stereotypical American name. Like, no. Nothing wrong with it as a name. Just not stereotypical. Oh, shit. So the actor's name, by the way, Nobuyuki Hiyama, did not realize this. He voiced over Hiei in Japanese.
Huh.
Did not also Japanese voice of Link from Ocarina of Time.
There you go.
Holy shit. No, because like I know him obviously as Ikkaku. I know him from a bunch of different tokusatsu. And it's funny because I know him from those tokusatsu. Every time I hear him, I'm like, yes, this is you. I know you, right? But it's just really funny, like because I've seen him in that. I've never realized it's like, oh no, right, of course he's in other things as well. You know, and it's just really funny how, he was just in, like, I never realized it. Like, he was just, oh shit, apparently he's also been the Flash, but like in animated, because obviously, you know, they'll dub over our animated stuff too. But, yeah. But anyway, so, I'm trying to see anything else that he's been. Oh shit, apparently he's just Link in general. He was Link in Super Smash Bros. Melee.
There you go.
I didn't realize he was. Oh, wait a minute. So the Hiat is him.
Yeah. That's why I laugh every time you said Link.
No. But in Ocarina of Time, I don't know how he sounds like I've never played, so like I wouldn't know. But when I see him in like.
Well, it would be just younger and older, unless they had two different. No, it was probably the same person doing younger and older.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. When it says, like, oh, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I don't think of him as going, Hiat? But then when I realize, wait, that's him in everything else. Oh, shit. But anywho, so yeah, so obviously, like I said, I know him from a lot of different things than you do, but still, we can come together and like when you hear him again, you'll be like, oh right, wow, that's Ikkaku. Oh wow, that's Link.
Yeah.
Apparently. Oh, Link, you could just tell. But no, it's interesting, right? I love his voice so much, very interesting voice. And yeah, so he's done a lot of different voices. And he was the random actor, which at first I was like, oh, I don't like his voice as him. But then when he was a piece of shit, I was like, okay, it fits. Because again, in Toku, he usually plays the monsters or the assholes. So I was like, I don't know if I'm a big fan of his voice as, Barry.
A good person.
Yeah, as a mediocre person. Because as the actor, he was mediocre.
Person.
No, because he was mediocre at first. But then he became evil.
Oh, but dude, I don't know if you saw it, but in the very first scene where they meet him and he brushes Gohan out of the way to talk to Videl, when he's like, holding her hand or whatever and say, oh, can I get you an autograph? And Videl's like, nah, fuck off. Like, he moves, like Gohan comes out from behind him, and if you look at Pan, she has the biggest scowl on her face, and I nearly lost my shit because I'm like, oh God, Pan's going to commit a murder at like 2. She's going to punch this guy and blow him up. It's like,
Pan?
You dare touch my mama.
Throughout the entire episode, Pan was a fucking delight. Throughout the entire two-parter, the arc, because she just fucking... No, because first off, right, she had a scowl. Yeah. Then she was like, Gohan, let's go. And she was like, that's my mom. Like, just smiling, right? And then later, fucking, it's just like, I am an evil villain, and I've kidnapped your daughter. Takes her and flies away, and she's like, I'm flying again. It has nerves of steel. Literally, I am doing a dramatic monologue. Did you poop? I know, like, I love it. By the way, it's kind of funny. I realized, like, after, literally, now when he becomes evil, I'm like, oh, right, you're playing an asshole, it reminds me of the monsters. Just the dramatic dialogue that he did. With, like, it's just funny how I feel like Toei really went all out with what they were doing in this two-parter, even when they were making the movie. Even the name of the movie, the way they did the trailer for the movie, and the way they filmed it, I have to, like, send you tokusatsu shit now, at least, like, the trailer.
No,
and it'll make sense.
I noticed that. Yeah.
From what you've seen. Because you've seen a little bit of it with me. But even, like, because anyone doesn't understand the significance of the name Versus. Because it's so funny. It might sound like it's just versus, whatever, they're going to fight each other. But that's not always the case when it comes to Japanese movies. Versus can also just mean in the same film or, like, teaming up. So,
I think they made a joke about that. Actually, like when people coming out of the theater, it's like they didn't even fight each other.
Yes, because they're not supposed to. Because you look at something like, oh yeah, this versus what actually happens. It's kind of funny. What ends up happening is that like with Super Sentai, which I've said this so much before, Super Sentai, became Power Rangers in America, right? Use the footage, but use American actors. Many of us know this. If you don't, surprise, right? What? Power Rangers is Asian? Yes. So,
if I had a counter for every time you said Super Sentai on this show, or
except it's fucking relevant. If I didn't say it now, how much of a dick would I be? Like, Matt, are you gonna make a reference to what, my friend Tristan? Pray tell. What would I reference this fine morn? Anyway, so, with Super Sentai, they have yearly versus specials. Now, yes, in many of them, they do end up fighting through, like, mind control or something, but it's not, like, meant to be like, oh, yes, it's last year's team versus this year's team in a Coliseum fight to the death. I fucking bet you one of the last... I fucking bet you one of the last 3 has done some shit like that for 5 seconds via, like, some crazy shit, like a Coliseum thing like they did in, like, Marvel, and I'm going to be fucking furious because I haven't seen the last few, so if they did do that, fuck. But I'm assuming, like the ones that I've seen, again, unless there's mind control involved or general shenanigans, like, wait a minute, you guys look like the villains. Actually, we're the heroes. Well, you kind of look like the villains. No, we're really not. Well, we don't know yet. And then, like, they find out later, oh, wait, no, they're not villains. They're actually heroes that we haven't met yet. Well, shit. Right? Usually that's not how it works. It's just like they'll fight for like 5 seconds, if even, maybe a couple minutes here and there, but then they'll come together to fight the giant baddie that, you know, is in that special. And usually it'll be like, because it's last year's team meeting the new team, it might be like a remnant of like last year's set of villains. Or, you know, it might be like a new faction of them or something like that, teaming up with the new villain. Because usually what will happen is the Versus special will be released midway through one series, and then, like I said, they'll team up with last year's set of Sentai heroes / Power Ranger heroes to kind of come together and fight against whatever new guy it is. So they're different from like anniversary specials where they'll usually bring in a lot more teams, but it's a standard yearly Versus special that they'll do. So that's why when it's like Great Saiyaman versus, you know, Mr. Satan, and I'm like, this is wonderful. Right, because, like, this is basically, and it's even funnier, too, because, like, I sat there and I'm like, how the fuck are you putting a movie out without even filming it yet? Now, yes, Hollywood, even though they're not thinking of Hollywood, but Hollywood will have reshoots every now and again and recuts, and sometimes you'll get clips in the trailer that aren't even in the movie, like the actual official theatrical cut. It'll happen. It will.
Right.
But still, it's kind of like, are you serious? But what's funny is when you think about how they do, like the trailers for Sentai movies, that's why I said I wanted to show you trailers for like Sentai and for like Versus. You'll see the way the clips are done. You're like, wow, they could have just filmed this for like they literally could have just filmed like one scene of them running with like a quarry. And then explosions. And then it's like, the Super Sentai movie, Budapoo. And then like, that's it. And maybe like 3 other scenes. And, you know, even though the movies are normally only like 50 minutes long anyway, or less, that's why we've talked about in the past with DBZ movies, where they'd have like, you know, at the festivals, at the Movie Fest, Jump Festa, whatever it might be, they'd have 3 movies in one sitting. And one of those movies, because again, Toei, might be like a Kamen Rider movie, Super Sentai movie, and then DBZ movie, or something like that. So it's just really funny because, you know, like, just after seeing the way they cut up the trailer, I was like, even that's like a fucking Sentai trailer. I was mad. I was like, everything's just funny. Also, the trope of a director that clearly used to direct Toku, but he's gotten so disillusioned with the franchise and having this big-name actor in there, so he's just like, yeah, whatever. Like half asleep, looking like he's like dead. The second Gohan becomes Great Saiyaman, there's a fucking fire in his eyes.
Yeah. This is going to be the greatest movie that I've ever directed.
No, but what's really funny about it is like how he literally looked at Barry Kahn, a big name actor, and was like, "What you gonna do, punk?"
Yeah.
I was in love. I was like, "This is wonderful." Yeah. But my God, Barry Kahn is such a piece of shit. Like I know, look, it's funny. I know, like I've said to you, they gotta give us villains without a tragic backstory. But like that was even too much for Immortal Man. I was like, guys, this is Dragon Ball. Let's chill out a little bit. Like, no, literally, like Barry Kahn was like 5 seconds away from being like, so we all know I eat babies, right? Like, we all understand that, right?
Emperor Pilaf just comes in. It's like, so you guys know this guy's even more evil than I am, right? And I wanted to rule the world, and I almost killed you guys.
Barry Kahn would have pulled the trigger. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he would have. I mean, he fucking sent Gohan through a wall, for fuck's sake. I mean, after the parasite, obviously, but still. Like, when he threw Gohan through the wall, I'm like, oh, shit.
I don't know if they realized it or I don't know if they realized it or not, but the angle didn't change shit. When someone bursts through a wall, it's fucking hilarious. The angle didn't change shit. No, because Goku did it, and I laughed harder than I ever have. And Barry does it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you realize this. The angle didn't change anything. That was hilarious.
Here's Barry! Oh, God.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Basically.
New Great Saiyaman Kool-Aid. Oh God.
Oh, God. New Parasite Kool-Aid.
Oh no.
But,
in Great Saiyaman Green and Parasite Purple. Oh, fine. All right. Okay. Make it stop.
God.
Make
no,
me
but
stop.
It's just, my goodness, why? Like, just him bursting through the wall. It was like, this is not supposed to be funny, unless it is to, like, ease the mood, in which case, good job, guys, because things were getting really, like, things were so fucking dark with, because, like, technically, like, even though it was omitted that he was, because he was basically telling her, like, look, try to, like, fake kiss him or at least get on him, and then the camera will take a shot, and that's that. The end.
Right.
But, like, I don't know, like, that seemed like, it was just, like, I don't know, like, how do I explain this without trying to be, like, I've seen, like, Perfect Blue was a movie where, you know, an actress is in a scene where her character is getting, she is getting violated. I'll say that. Well, and it's a scene. So, like, Perfect Blue is more of an adult film, right? Like, in terms of being an anime. But it's still a scene where it's just the character, you know, getting hurt like that. But it's still something that is a trauma for her as well. So, like, they stop the scene and everything, and it's a very awkward, very off-putting scene, and it hurts, right? That is kind of like how this felt a little bit. Like, it was like a couple lines from getting there. Like, well, what if just do anything you have? Like, it was just really awkward. Like, I was, like, just seeing him talk to her, Barry, like, oh, yeah, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's, like, it was, like, at first it was just like, hey, you know, like, I don't know, like, just the way how forceful he was. Like, in some ways, that's why I said because he's human, his evil felt a little bit cartoony, but that way, in that scene, I was like, ooh, it doesn't have the right vibes, you know? Like, in a way.
Don't jive right.
Yeah, like, in a way, I'm really happy that Super, only for that one scene, am I really happy that in America Super is airing on, you know, like late night Toonami. I know that they have an airing at 8, but I don't know if that episode will make the cut. I
still, like, laugh at the fact that Gohan was like, no, Jocko, if you shoot the laser beam, you know, after discussing all of this, it will kill him. Jocko just looks at him like, and you give a fuck?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, after everything. Well, I will say, though, you mentioned Jocko.
Like, no, it's not that I care. It's that my daughter is down there. Vidal's just like, do it.
My God.
Pan's just like, Daddy! Obliterate him.
Destroy him.
She just gets, like, Super Saiyan eyes, like, obliterate him. Guys, this is not the right thing to do. Do it!
Pan has those baby toys. She spells out murder.
She plucked all the heads off of them.
No, baby block. She has the baby block. She spells out murder.
Okay. I thought you meant dolls or like action figures or whatever.
No.
Oh God.
But anywho, so speaking of trying to make things a little bit lighter in tone and just go into a fun nerd rage. Speaking of Jocko, I got so mad when they reintroduced him because, like, I don't know, man. Like, what they did with Jocko in this one episode, in this one forgettable episode, I'm going to rant.
Yeah.
This one forgettable episode, it feels like what they did with Master Roshi, where, like, yes, Roshi was a pervert in Dragon Ball and in Z, but it felt like the filler made him even worse.
Yeah.
In a way where, like, there's no way you can recover as Roshi. Like, if you see him in that filler, you look at him and you're like,
that guy.
No, you're like, but it's even worse. Like, because again, I'm not saying like, okay, in my opinion, like Roshi was bad as a perv in Dragon Ball. To be fair, very bad. But I feel like it was more of a reflection on the times and what people thought was funny, versus him being like a man we should like burn at the stake.
Right.
But like, I don't care what year it came out. Once you have him in Z, yes, 18 is above age. She's literally 18 or older. She's Anyway, but in all seriousness, she's 18, and she's at this point she's Krillin's wife. And in filler, if you remember, he literally was like hitting on her, trying to grab her breast, and it's like that's a lot different than granted, I don't think he knew Bulma's age. Despite again though, they thought it was more funny than anything. Like it wasn't, but again, reflection of the times versus like I don't know what, like trying to think like, oh no, but it's funny that he wants to grab that woman's breasts who really doesn't want it, and she's also married to his student. Why is that not? Is that not funny? It's like no, it's not.
Mean, I think the only reason that they got away with it as a joke is that she smacks the shit out of him afterwards.
Yes. Every time
it's not okay. It doesn't make it okay. No, but.
No, yeah. Every time he was a pervert, he got his ass beat hard, which I guess is why they thought we could go anywhere nearly, because he doesn't get his ass beat even harder. Yeah. Compared to Dragon Ball, which it was just played off as a joke, and he didn't get his ass beat by Bulma. But again, that was played off as a misunderstanding rather than
she did pull out a machine gun.
I meant at first.
Right.
I'm referring to the first scene ever where it's just like, show me underwear.
Yeah.
How old is she, Roshi?
Well,
police.
I'm pretty sure after
what
that,
I mean is
when she has the horrible realization, she runs back out with a machine gun and just opens fire on all of them. Not even like discriminately, like, oh, Goku, you're fine. No, all three of them: Goku, Krillin, Roshi, Turtle. Even Turtle's like, oh dear God.
Thank you for that. I had forgotten about her pulling out a machine gun. Man, I never thought that sentence would be uttered. Okay.
I'm glad I
guess
make
even
everything okay.
No, it doesn't. But like even in Dragon Ball, I guess you're right. There's repercussions for his perverseness.
There was repercussion, yeah.
Yeah, but still, but yeah, I just feel like it was hard for him to recover through that filler though, because I would argue that's even worse than that. Yes, she was underage and that's terrible, but in a way, I feel like he never even thought she would do it, because no one ever does, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it still, though, deserves to get shot, and he did.
Point about Jocko was...
It's like, he started off as a dick, yes. I'm not going to say he was never not a dick.
I'm not going to fight. What do you mean you're not going to fight? You're a policeman, aren't you? Yeah, but I'm not fighting that shit. That's next level shit.
It's funny. That's not a dick. That's like a coward. Other scenes of him, though, I feel like he was, like, on a lower level of being a dick. Not like Super Saiyan, but like Kaioken times 5. Times 10.
Oh my God.
Dick Ken? Fist of the Dick? Fist of the Dick Star. Hokuto no Dick. No, but anyway.
I'm going to have nightmares about that now.
Hokuto no Dick Ken. Anyway, Fist of the Dick.
God.
But anyway, seriously though, I feel like in this episode, and look, guys, I understand it's stupid. I'm just going into a nerd rant to try to bring us down up from the mood that we had earlier. With the idol and Barry. So anyway, when it comes
to the point that he's at the ramen shop, and even the ramen shop owner looks at him and like, aren't you on the clock? Don't you have a very important hostage to deliver to prison?
Honestly,
hey, special elite got to eat too.
Here's the thing: you would think it's that. But you know what? I'll excuse that. I don't excuse it at the end of the two-parter, even though I understand it was just, again, it's done as a joke, but it still felt bad to me then. But not the first time, or seemingly the first time. God knows how many fucking times he did that. We all thought it was the first time, but God only fucking knows. But anyway,
the only reason he destroyed that other civilization is because this is the third time this has happened.
Fucking right. Only third? Anyway, so, no, my problem...
He blacks out the media about it happening anywhere else. Oh, God.
It's him coming to Earth. First off, Earth is not supposed to know anything about UFOs, so they don't.
Right.
So it's nighttime, but still, he comes on Earth, says, well, I don't know where the parasite is, but it has to be you, and there's a fucking human woman on Gohan's back. Right. And he's just like, I'm just going to fire to kill. Like, I understand their thought was, oh, we have to do something. Because we can't introduce Barry as the monster just yet to Gohan, we have to do something to kind of make there be tension before next week. Because something has happened. Because, again, usually in Tokusatsu, you'd have like in the Kamen Rider, you'd have the monster already be there and then leave, you know, out of, which, it's funny, technically did happen because of Gohan with, Great Saiyaman with the robbery, but it wasn't like it was, because again, they couldn't have just, I understand why they couldn't have just ended it there, because that would have probably been
Patrol isn't part of the Shadow Proclamation.
What? Did you just bring Doctor Who into this? Fuck you. Anyway, but seriously though, if look, like I understand they couldn't have ended it there because like that would have been way too little Jacko for the episode, and you wouldn't have been able to tie in Jacko with everything. Like that was a little bit too early on for him to just be Sandman, and then like that. It would have been weird to switch everything around. So I get it. You had to have something major happen, but I don't know, to have Jacko do something like that. Like we make the joke, like, oh man, how are you a policeman? But like that was just some next level like problem. Like I don't know, like that was just the next level of incompetency, where I don't feel like that's how he is supposed to be. I don't think he's supposed to be that fucking stupid and dickish. Where it's just like, well, I mean, if the alien won't destroy the society, I'll destroy the society before the alien can. Like you're shooting a giant fucking beam at Gohan when he has a woman on his back, and it's just like, oh yeah, the parasite has already infected you. I don't know who you are, but clearly the parasite has infected you.
And
like,
I mean,
what?
The beam is supposed to destroy them at a cellular level too, so it's like you ain't coming back from that shit.
Yeah, no, like I don't know, like I just like it's such an abusive power. Like
they gather the Dragon Balls. It's like, can we wish someone back from this? I mean, I think we're gonna have to make him a new body. I mean, her too. Oh God, this is gonna be at least like 4 wishes. Fuck, man.
Dragons can do that. If the planet explodes, you can the planet doesn't explode and everyone's body's intact. They're fine.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, no, I mean think about it. The entire planet Earth explodes. Dragon doesn't go, oh shit, can I bring back everyone's normal body? Of course he can. It's a dragon.
Well, yeah, I guess it was something they've either glossed over and because how many times people died, but like in Dragon Ball, like they saved, Roshi's body or Krillin's body, or even in Z, they saved Tien's body, they saved Yamcha's body, and they're like, what about Chaozu?
They didn't have experience with that. They didn't know.
Right,
like,
I guess.
when they were, it's funny, earlier on, they didn't have experience with it. They were like, oh no, we have to save the bodies. Now it's just like, no, just say, can we bring things back to the way they were before the monster destroyed the planet? Since you worded it like that, fuck yeah.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, heck, at one point, the problem was that they couldn't bring it, like, they would have wasted too many wishes to say, bring back Namek, and then bring Goku back. So it was like, bring back Krillin. Wait, no, he'd be in space. Bring back his soul, and then bring back Krillin, and then Krillin was brought back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, that was wish him to the check-in station first, and then bring, right.
Yes. So, like, literally, the check-in station, i.e. Earth, is still there. Just bring them back.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But like, my God, I just cannot fucking believe that Jacko did that. Like, I'm sorry, I know it's random filler and I should just move on, but like, my God, that's the Roshi shit. Like, it's hard for me to see Jacko later, and and for me at all to not think, fuck you. You just nearly tried to kill Gohan on a planet that no one should know about you yet. Just plain as fucking day, shoot him off. Like, no.
No,
I mean,
funny. Apparently Bulma's sister has already gone with them. She left Earth, and I mean, granted, the planet doesn't know about it, but
yes.
What's one more human,
Basically,
I feel
two
like
more.
That's everyone's attitude. It's like
two more. But yeah, well, because they were she's human and Gohan's half, so.
Right.
But yeah,
I just want to make it clear in my report, I only destroyed 1.5 people. Wait,
Jacko would say that. But because the thing is, even when Jacko was like, "Oh, hey, I won't tell your wife about this," I don't know. I feel like that fits in with him, and that's something on a personal level. I could be like, "Oh, Jacko, you're an asshole," but like on a normal level, instead of just as a cop, I'm just gonna shoot first, ask questions later. Not good.
Right.
Not what I want in fictional or any. I don't want that in fictional police. Like, unless you're Bruce Willis and Die Hard, I'm good.
Because all I could think when Jacko said that, it was just Gohan looking over at him like, I could obliterate you right now and no one would remember you. But you're not going to do that, are you? No, I'm not. Then we don't need to have this conversation.
But yeah, I hate her so much because she was so, like, she had a change of heart. But she still fucking kissed him on a rooftop. Like, I actually stopped there and I was like, wait a minute, is she evil? And then they had to have fucking Barry explain, she thought that she had gotten the one up on me. And I was like, maybe
thought she could outsmart me. Ha 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 ha.
But you know what? I don't think she's. You know why I don't think she's evil then? Actually, I would like to change my answer.
Yeah.
Tom?
No.
She wasn't evil, or at least wasn't stupid. I'm sorry, she wasn't stupid. Because of the fact that she was probably told by Barry he will be there at 12:45 a.m. and will leave at 12:55 a.m. In that moment, the pictures will be taken. So because it was like clearly rather like 5 in the morning, like light was kind of, it was sunrise. So because it was like 5 in the morning, she's like, oh, he's gone. I'm going to give him a peck on the cheek. I'm still a terrible person, but then again, she's young. She's just like, she doesn't like think about the fact that he has a fucking wife and kid. Like she's arguably a bad person, a young, naive, bad person. But she's not like evil or even that stupid because again, she really didn't I didn't even think like Barry would be there himself. Again, I didn't realize how cartoonishly evil he was.
Right.
Like before that moment, his evil wasn't cartoonish anymore. It was like just wow, you're a dick. Like, I hate you. Then it became cartoonish when it's just like, you thought that I only hired him? I also came. It's like, wow, you're an actor. What the fuck are you doing with your life? like seriously, does he do this with every single person that says no to him? No, like imagine only 3 women have ever said no to me. And literally he just takes fucking every 1 month per woman to just be like, but then what the fuck, dude? You're an actor. You have a fucking life. Literally, no one could. No, because if you were an American A-list actor, you couldn't fucking do that shit.
Right.
Yeah, you could potentially ruin. I'm not saying you can't ruin people. You can ruin people the way Barry was originally. Oh, yes, do this, otherwise you're fired, and be a complete piece of shit about it. And people would hate you, but, depending on how needed you were and how good of an actor you were, I do think you can get away with it. It's horrible, but you can get away with it. But, once you get to the point where you're like, I was at the scene taking pictures, dude, what the fuck? Yeah. Dude, it's 5 in the morning. What the fuck? What are you doing?
We were supposed to record a scene. Where the hell were you? Why is he running? Why does he do that every time we ask him questions?
He literally throws out a smoke bomb. Barry, there's a fucking budget for that.
You're not really the Great Sandman.
I really do wonder why the fuck he wanted to be Great Sandman.
Yeah, really. They even say it. It's oh yeah, he was really popular for a few weeks, and then he disappeared into obscurity. So is this an indie movie, or obviously not? They got an A-list actor. What the fuck? What?
Well, remember, if an A-list actor wants to do something, they'll do it despite the fact of the movie not doing well.
That's true.
I mean this in Hollywood overall. Literally, Robert Downey Jr. could be I want to be in a movie that stars a giant foot, and it's going to be live action, and I'm going to be the big toe, and Danny DeVito will be the little toe. And they'd be done. We don't know where we're getting the money from, but we have Robert Downey Jr. and Danny DeVito. Holy shit. And it'll probably get made.
This
probably
summer.
Get made. Big Toe, Little Toe. The movie. And it'll bomb. Doesn't matter how funny it might be. It'll fucking bomb hard. But you get A-list actors on to do a thing, most of the time the thing's going to get, not most, but a decent amount of time the thing's going to get done. If you can get, if you get the money behind it. Because here's the thing, too, if Robert Downey Jr. was oh, I'll fund it, they'll be
Ironfoot.
Ironfoot, there
what?
you go. but yeah, no, I feel like it'd get made. That's all I'm saying. I feel like it'd get made. So it can move, and also toku movies are cheap too.
Yeah.
I mean, cheap compared to, like other, like it's funny, like because technically, again, if it was released in Japan, technically Iron Man and other Marvel movies, tokusatsu, those aren't cheap, right? With all the CGI plunkered on them, everything like that. But like usually a tokusatsu crossover, like Super Sentai versus like one of the Super Sentai versus movies, everyone's in rubber suits, right, or in spandex. The older ones didn't have like giant CGI going around, so they just had any kind of mech fights were the standard mech fights with the fake backgrounds and everything. So yeah, like it wasn't that bad. Yeah, that's my take on it. Wasn't that like to have an A-list actor? Honestly, even that I was like, oh shit. Like you can tell the guy really wanted to do it. That's why I'm wondering why the fuck did you want to do it?
Right.
Like I think they wanted to push the narrative of like A-list actor is jackass.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. No, because really I'm sitting there and I'm like, do you want people to think you're a nice guy? Maybe I don't like. Why would you want to? Because it's also like, I want to work with, like, maybe he just really wanted to work with Hercule / Mr. Satan. Because it's funny. He was a dick to everyone, but it never seemed like he came off as a dick to Mr. Satan directly. Very interesting. Like, I wonder, like, if I don't know, if Mr. Satan was, like, enough of, like, an aloof airhead that he was like, I don't have to worry about you.
Yeah, well, the one scene where I'm surprised Satan didn't come in and be like, all right, my daughter's married.
I feel like he didn't. I feel like he was more worried about him than Videl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my daughter is going to murder you. Please stop.
Probably.
I was worried. I was worried Videl was going to kill him multiple times over in multiple scenes.
Kind of wish she would have, but I know she's above that, so.
I think that's why. I think it was, and also they probably wanted to give Gohan his moment of pushing him against the wall and being like, I'm telling you to get out.
Right. I'm telling you to get out of my house. You'll wake my daughter. That was fucking beautiful. He's like, you're going to wake up my daughter. Get out of my house. Not even, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. It's like, no, you're going to wake up my baby daughter. Please leave my home.
Get the hell out.
I'm more scared now.
Right? Yeah. Because you have someone like, I'm going to kill you. Oh, can you really? You're going to wake up my daughter. I'm so sorry. I don't want to get her.
Sorry. Yeah. I will excuse myself. You'd best.
Yeah.
Just walks him outside,
some scary shit.
Then knees him in the stomach and shuts the door.
First one free.
He closes the door. Great Saiyaman beam.
Just says it real quick.
Dies on the door. Great Saiyaman beam. Like through the mail slot. Like through the mail slot on the door or something.
By the way, those two villains at the bank robbery, did we actually ever see them, or did they make up a scene? Because I thought they looked familiar. Like, did they actually?
I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. But at first, I thought they were the two guys from the Shark Gang that were demanding Mr. Satan fight them in front of the bank, and Videl went and fought them. But then I thought
they were. I thought they were from movie 13. In the beginning of movie 13, there were these three guys in a car driving, and one of them was kind of heavy with a machine gun.
Oh.
I thought. I thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Because they sort of look like their designs. Apparently the new villain attire. I didn't realize this. The new gang attire in Japan is to fucking wear the eye patch. No. In 2 fucking episodes with gang, like with violent, criminals, we see eye patches, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on in Japan?
I guess it's to show they're tough. It's like, I got an eye put out, from crime. It's like I'm a tough guy. I don't know.
No, yeah, but it was just very interesting because also they're like medical eye patches. Like they're not even like cool, like. It's like, because when I think of eye patches, like, in America, like, they won't be the same color as like a black, like, pirates, but like they'll look either red or something. But like they're all like medical. Like,
right.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's supposed to signify, but like, you're right. Yeah, but because I don't know. I'm not saying that I've seen a lot of gang members, but like in like media, in Japanese media.
Yeah.
But like when I do, I don't see them with the eye patches usually. Or if I do, it's more of like biker gangs.
Yeah.
Like, or again, you're like background guys. But like just seeing random criminals. I mean, arguably, if you were doing that, if you wore that in a biker gang, you did grow up. But still, like, I don't know, random criminals wearing them, it's weird to me. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Also, the fact they had military-grade armor. We got out of jail yesterday, and you just fucking got military-grade armor? Jesus. Who's fucking guarding the safes?
I thought for sure Gohan was going to be like, it's like, no, we only just got out of prison yesterday. And Gohan just, like, face palms, like, I see you've learned nothing.
I thought so, too. Oh, man, but that was just weird, man.
Yeah.
I liked him doing superhero things. It's just, I don't know. Like, I understood that the fact that they were all like, oh, it must have been promotion for the movie. But it was very, very weird that no one could think that Great Saiyaman could have just came back because of the movie. Like, I'm surprised that wasn't a potential. Like, no one could have even potentially thought that. Like, oh, but I know Gohan had the suit, but he's just a normal human despite the fact that he can jump up. So, like,
Well, I think on the news that night when they reported, the bank robbery, they talked about, was it really a stunt to promote the movie?
No,
was it Barry, blah, blah, blah.
No, that's what I just said. That's understandable. I get people thinking that. My problem is that anyone else thinking like, well, it couldn't have been that. It must be. It's like, hold on. There was an original Great Saiyaman, guys. Did we all forget that? Like, he disappeared, but doesn't mean, like, I don't know. No, because my thing is, in any movie ever, right, the thought is, the person, they stopped being the hero or the criminal even. Oh, they've come back again. Well, how long has it been? It's only been like 3 years. It might be the same motherfucker. Because if it was a jump to because GT. Because think about it, man. GT is like a 10-year jump. GT is a 10-year jump. So if Gohan showed up in GT as Great Saiyaman, I'd be like, which he sort of did. But if he, when you dress up like that, it's like, oh shit. That might be a new person as Great Saiyaman. It's been like 10 years. How old was he originally? We never even knew, right? Like, as like a normal bystander. Like, we never even knew.
Oh.
But, like, you look at this fucking situation, and it's just like...
In the dystopian future, a new hero has reborn the mask.
Yeah, that's like 10 years. 3 years-ish. Who's Great Saiyaman? Maybe the fucking old one. Who knows? Maybe the fucking old one.
I wonder what the name would be. Like Great Saiyaman Zero or...
Greater Saiyaman. So, like...
Yeah, there you go.
Greater.
Or Neo Saiyaman or...
Yeah, probably. Oh, God. Neo Saiyaman sounds great, but also the problem is that, like, Dai Shocker, which is a Kamen Rider, like, villain organization, they become, like, Neo Shocker in the future.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if Neo works for Saiyaman, but still, no, it's just like, dude, like, I understand. It was the staff that was like, oh, Gohan, but you took the suit home. Yeah, and he's a fucking Saiyaman fanatic, which I know to some people would be like, and that's why he went out and he was Saiyaman. No, he just be at fucking home, wearing it, being like, I'm Saiyaman. Oh, like,
I mean,
it's that
I feel like
normal thought.
I feel like the idea was like, it's like, no, we saw you in action, as the stuntman. It's like, we kind of get you're legit. It's like,
in some way, you're not just some random dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they thought he was the original. But that's even funnier. No one even thought you were the original. Whoa, you were the one last night, but not the one 3 years ago? Yes. I'll take it. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Yeah.
I love the fact that even Videl was like, he's like, it's like, oh, I want to sign you on for the movie, and he's like, no, I have a job, I have a family, and I can't. And even Videl's like, Please put the suit on.
I like it when you put the suit on.
Put the fucking suit on.
But even at that point, Barry still seems like he was evil, but still not. Like I thought that was. Isn't it funny? Every single time Barry utters a line after the first encounter with Vidal, every time he utters a line, you think that's the most evil he's gonna get. Isn't it funny? Like he's like, watch your husband basically become crippled, and you're like, oh man, that's the most evil he's gonna get. Little did we fucking know.
Right, because I thought it was going to be like a thing with like how Sharpner was in Z, trying to like, I don't know, not unmask him, but like do little stupid things on the set and like fuck up the scene or something and make him look like an idiot kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like I thought that's what it was going to be. Like it was just going to be them focusing on making the movie and just the stupid shit that Gohan gets himself into making a movie. And granted, that happened, but not in the way I thought it would. Jesus.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so let's move on to. We talked a little bit about the two-parter before, the one where Goku and Krillin actually get back together and train. And I think just revisiting that, it might be a nostalgia thing. And I don't want to say it's just nostalgia because I don't want to make it seem like that's the only reason why I'm sitting here saying like, oh, these filler arcs are better than Z, because I don't want to be that person. It's just that having this growth with Krillin is something I don't think us as Z fans would have ever thought we would have gotten. Like I don't think we ever would have thought like, oh, they're going to reference the constant joke of Krillin dying a lot, except that it won't just be something that we would all sit there and be like, haha, that's funny. No, it'll actually be him essentially going through, and I'm being serious here when I say this. We do jokes out here, but I'm being serious when I say the words PTSD. Like he's literally sitting there and he's freaking out because like, yes, Goku has died before. Yeah, true. But usually, minus Cell, everyone there, he's killed, or at least with Frieza, it was like a one-on-one thing. We're like, all right, you killed me, but I killed you, so it negates the kills.
Right.
So Goku, literally having the power of a god, is like, look, they all suck because they're beating me up, but we can honestly just walk away here, right? And Krillin's like, no. These are people that have either killed me, almost killed me, or at least thought about it. One person in the background, just Jace. Yeah, I fucking thought about it. What the fuck are you going to do? You forgot Jace had that voice, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I just didn't expect you to try it.
Wait, you haven't heard me do it before? You've heard me do it before.
No, I've heard you do it before. I just didn't think you'd pull out Jace like right off the bat. No, you know what really got me? I had to think about it for a second, because like you said, at least all of them have thought about killing Krillin. But when Raditz popped up, I was like, wait, Krillin wasn't there for that fight. Oh, no, wait, he got smacked through a house. Right, never mind.
Fucking the Kame House is there? Hey, motherfucker. You've met me before, haven't you? No, please, not again.
Oh, God.
No, but seriously though, I was really serious before though. I try to make things a little bit lighter every once in a while. With the fucking Jace, right?
I agree.
Shut up, Jace. Just trying to make things a little bit lighter here.
Cries out. Yeah. Even Krillin and Goku as friends kind of have a little moment there where Goku has to stop and realize it's like, because that's the thing. Like Goku really does look at Krillin like his best friend. I mean, shit. He even goes to Krillin and says, like, I mean this seriously. Like, it's a big thing for Goku to come up and ask you, like, hey, can you spar with me? It's like Krillin's even like, Goku, are you fucking serious right now? You're a god. What the fuck could I honestly do to help you? And he's like, no, because, you're my best friend. It's like, of course I want to spar with you. And it's like, I know you've always had my back throughout all these years, and you've proven yourself as a fighter. Of course I respect you. It's like, yeah, there's a difference in our powers, but that doesn't mean you don't have what it takes to go one-on-one with me in a way.
Yeah, no.
But Krillin has to then say to him, like, Goku, I'm not like you. As much as I want to be, as much as I've tried to be, just as strong as you to say, to face basically face death and look it in the face and say, I'm not afraid. It's like, no, I'm a mortal man. I am very afraid of death.
Yeah, I would argue
that was always the best thing about Krillin, though. He was always there for his friends, and he was there to save 18. It's maybe not, well, he cared enough to try. That was the thing.
No, because I would say
even if I don't succeed, I'm going to try.
Yeah, like I would say, like during Cell, I do think that Goku and Krillin. I'm not saying Goku at full power, obviously, but like even Goku at normal, without transforming power, could fight Krillin one-on-one, and they wouldn't be evenly matched. But like Goku would win, yes, but it would be like, oh
right.
man, great bout, Krillin. Even in the Cell saga, Cell. Even in Majin Buu, the problem is, of course, between Cell and Buu, he did stop training a little bit, and that's the problem.
Right.
With him training less and less, and Goku literally becoming a god.
Yeah.
Like I said this to you before, and I will stick by it. Yes, Frieza came back, but if Frieza didn't come back and was still at the power level that Goku fought him at when they both killed each other, I do think that 100% Frieza could get potentially destroyed by a normal Goku now.
Yeah.
Because Goku is trained so much normally, even at his normal power level, that like maybe even Cell could at least go one-on-one with normal Goku. And I know you had a little bit of hesitation with Cell, so I was like, okay, Super Saiyan 1. But even then, like every time we see someone fight a villain, it's always when they first get that power and they don't know how to use it well.
Right, yeah.
Then they train with that, and then go even one higher.
Right.
So it's always interesting to see when, to like think of what would happen if, Goku knew how to use Super Saiyan 1, trained with it, didn't get Super Saiyan 2, but trained with Super Saiyan 1, and then fights Frieza at 100%. How would that fight go? A non-battle damaged Super Saiyan 1 trained Goku versus Frieza, 100%. It might end differently.
Yeah, I would say he would have beat the crap out of him.
Exactly, right?
Scratch.
Yeah, and again, Frieza would have also not been damaged, but still, I do think it would have been a different fight at Super Saiyan 1. So, and not like his training now. I'm just saying, Super Saiyan 1 Goku, but with training, normal, like with training, like knowing how to use it, and not being battle damaged, we might have had a different fight, right? So thinking of it like that, like Goku's trained so hard that even as a normal Goku, no Super Saiyan, no Kaioken, none of that shit, he can probably kill Krillin by accident. I love how Krillin just like, and by the way, you're not to be trusted with that. Like, you'll kill him by accident.
Well, 'cause
it's happened.
I'm pretty sure they made that joke in another episode.
Oh, yeah,
right,
probably.
No, they were training at one point, I thought, and he hit Krillin, and oh fuck, I can't remember the episode, but he definitely did like hit Krillin. And he was like flying him back to his house. He's like, "Oh dear God, I hit Krillin!" And like Chi-Chi and Gohan are like, "You did what?"
I think it happened.
And, like, they bandaged him up, and he's like, "I'm okay. It's cool."
Yeah. Oh man.
Stuffed up my favorite tacos shirt though, you jackass.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. But yeah, So it was nice to see that here because someone could make the joke, and I normally would. I'd be like, "Well, you died so many times, you should get used to it." But that's Goku's personality. With with Krillin and what's going, because also again Goku's gotten even stronger.
Yeah.
So for Goku, he's like, "Yeah, I'm good again. But with Krillin, it's just like no, like, and also facing those exact people that have killed him, that he's also never gotten his comeuppance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's crazy how many times he's died. Like, because the thing is, people make jokes, right? And I know other people have died with him, so it's not just a Krillin thing. But looking at that montage, I was like, shit, right.
I'd argue that, like, people overuse that joke, like, because Krillin has only died twice.
No.
Tambourine and Frieza. And if you want to count GT, Super 17. But I wasn't counting that one.
Neither was I. But the thing is even if you're counting, here's that's 2 more times than everyone else has.
I mean, Goku's died twice. Raditz and Cell.
But 2 more times. No, you have to understand. He did die with Buu. Buu killed him amongst everyone, though. But he did die with.
All right. Yes. Okay. So that's chalk it up to 3.
Right, and then he also died, technically, even though it was in filler, technically when Deborah spit him in the rock, that was a death. It
like
wasn't
for the
supposed to
montage,
be?
it worked, but...
No, here's the thing. I don't think it was supposed to be, but here's what happened, though. In filler, I think before, like, Deborah... No, what happened? When Deborah died, he was fine or something?
Yeah, the spell broke.
Oh, okay, sorry. So then but here's the thing. He still died one more time than a bunch of other people have, because, like, Goku died twice, right? But here's the thing. When he died, like, yes, when Krillin dies with a planet, I don't want to count it, because the whole planet died, to be fair. So, like...
I mean...
Yeah. So I'm not going to count
the
it.
one who blew him up, but what did... You mean
No,
Goku dying with the planet, or...
No, I meant Krillin dying with. When Krillin died with... Because when Boo killed him, he killed the entire planet.
Oh, yes. Right.
So I don't want to count it.
Well, he turned everybody into chocolate up on the lookout while they were in the... While Gotenks and Piccolo were trapped in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Oh, right. And then he killed the planet later.
Right. Well,
right?
no,
okay.
He killed the planet first.
Oh,
because,
okay. Right. No, because the planet... Didn't the planet
blow
blow
up by
up
time?
Or no? No, okay. I thought it blew up later as well. That's why I'm confused. No, they brought it all back because of what happened.
Yeah. No, he didn't actually blow up Earth until he turned into Kid Buu. The first time was his human extinction wave, and he just did the missile barrage.
Wait, so then Kid
and
Buu
killed
did blow up
everyone on
Earth?
the planet.
Kid Buu
Yes.
did blow up Earth?
Kid Buu definitely blew up Earth, yes.
Okay, so then
That's
Krillin died twice with the planet, sort of.
Well, he was already eaten at that point.
Oh, but wait. No, but they brought everyone back to life.
No.
Oh, no, they didn't do that yet. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
No, yes.
Okay, right, cool. See, that's what I'm trying to say here. Because they brought him back to life later,
and
and then you're like, yeah, then they...
3 times.
Yes. But whenever he hasn't died with the planet, technically, or with, like, people,
right.
I consider that a death. So he's died more times than Goku. But again, Goku's personality, he's like, but then I came back and beat the guy, usually.
Right.
Or I know someone that beat the guy.
doesn't have that liberty.
No,
yeah.
like in other words, he technically helped Gohan. No, because he technically helped Gohan.
Right.
Didn't exactly work out with Krillin, because he really wasn't able to see it. And I know technically you might be like, oh, but Map, but with Nappa you shouldn't count that. It's like, but I mean, I don't know, it happened a lot. Cause, I mean, we're not with Nappa, but like the fight and everything, because technically he didn't get killed.
I mean,
but still, he didn't get killed.
There are other points you can argue that Krillin was at death's door when Cell kicked him after he absorbed 18, when Recoome shattered every bone in his body on Namek, when Nappa threw, the giant energy ball and an explosion went off right in front of him.
It's just
not good. Deaths, technically.
No, but no,
traumatic.
But
still incredibly traumatic.
Yeah.
But not a technical death.
No, you're right. Yes, not a death at all. So yeah, it's pretty fucking scary.
Right.
My God. Anyway, so so that's why I think it was a great two-parter for him. I'm really happy that 18 got to see that, because now she realizes, okay, I really should probably not be as harsh on him, and also, he's a strong man, because that's what she's thinking.
Right. Well, she
I don't care
says
about
that.
Yeah.
To Marin afterwards, she says, your dad's fighting with himself. It's like she realizes that it's because to be fair, he probably told her the stories about all the other people, or maybe he even didn't. Like, maybe it was I don't want to talk about the times I was killed.
No, but I'm thinking she knows. I just feel like it never occurred to her, as someone who was a shitty teenager before getting augmented, because I really feel like she was just a brat who ended up getting augmented by cyborg technology. And then she just goes on to live a life with Krillin because she's like, oh, actually, I love you. Like, I don't think she was a teenager at the time when she met him, but I do think that, like, she was a shitty person up and, like, teenager and then, grew up a little bit. Because Jiro had her there for a while, to be fair. So God only knows how old she really is or how old she was. But she was human because she's a cyborg. She's not, like they mention all the time, like, oh, wait, 16 was completely mechanical? Why'd you go back to those models? Right? So anyway,
I mean, they could have just
yeah.
dressed like punks, Matt. That doesn't reflect their personality.
They killed Jiro.
I know that's...
And then killed the because.
I wanted to make that seem more joking than actual sarcasm because I was trying to make a point, and then you're like, they murdered. Technically 17 murdered him.
Right, I'm sorry. 18 just watched. She got
Fair
to watch.
enough.
No, because I understand killing Jiro in like hey, he kidnapped us, or like even if we signed up for this, we didn't think this would happen. Like we were just drifters, and then this shit happened. But like literally,
so
and then we want to
destroy
the Earth.
On that.
Yeah, but then we're going to destroy the Earth because we can. It's like, you guys
no.
aren't good people.
They weren't out to destroy. It's funny because in Trunks' timeline, I'd argue they're much more diabolical and they feel like terrible people. But in our timeline, as we understand it, they the only thing. I feel like the only reason they went because all they specified was we're going to go kill Goku. They never said anything about anyone else. They only ever said anything about anyone else is when they got in the way, like with Piccolo. It's like, so tell me where Goku is, or this is going to get nasty for you. He didn't actually threaten to, like, kill him. He was kind of having fun. It's funny.
I hate it because, you know why I hate it? Because I know compared to the entire Earth, it's nothing, and I know that's what you're trying to comment on, but I'm literally sitting here saying internally, so it's cool if you kill only one person, right? That's what you're saying?
Right.
If it's only one, if it's only your one, and then you tell anyone else, hey, look, I'm not going to kill you unless you get in my way. So if you get in my way, I'm going to fucking kill you. Well, you didn't curse. Then it's okay, right? I'm sorry, Tristan.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I know what you were trying to say.
Bring him back with the Dragon Balls, right?
Not if you do it to Piccolo. But yeah, I. By the way, how do you feel about the new ending? I like it, but it's very like. Here's the thing. I like the story it's trying to paint. I just don't know how it relates to Dragon Ball.
You mean the ending or the opening?
No, the ending. There's no new opening yet.
Oh, with the manga panels. Yeah.
Yes. I love it. It's poetically.
Funny.
I
love it too.
Yeah, but
I feel like the lyrics, like not necessarily like the lyrics of the song that they use for an opening or ending, don't necessarily have to do with the show itself, but I feel like it might have something to do with Goku in the future. That's just my opinion. Maybe,
yeah. I guess, like, you know, if someone... But it's interesting. This ending would have worked very well with Goku and, you know, Dark Goku. I mean, a villain who has the face of an angel that tells me... Wouldn't... I don't know. That works for me.
I see. Yeah, right.
But, like, the fact that, I don't know, because I normally feel like they should tie in very, like, you know, closely. And they, in my opinion, they usually do in some way or another, even if it's a bit more poetic than you'd think. But, yeah, you're right. Maybe it's, like, signifying something in the future. But, like, I don't know, just coming, because at first I was like, oh, Mask, it made me, you know, fight evil. It made me think of Great Sandman. But then it just, like, I don't know, it just felt weird because, like, the manga panels are great. I do think, again, it's cheap, but not in a bad way. Right? Like, it's actually really fun. But it's just such a weird ending to put. Also, and it's not just this show that we're trying to wrap up things soon. It's not just this show that I put it on. I think I put it on, like, all shows. Whenever, like, longer-running shows. Whenever they change to a new ending, it always feels random and out of place and not exactly connected to what's going on at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, I do think that, like, and I'll sit there sometimes, and I'll sit there and go, guys, there's one more arc. I'm sorry, one more episode or 2 episodes till the new arc. Why not just wait till then?
Right.
You know, they've like I don't know how they cut up like their like the rights to the songs or whatever, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, you guys should know when your new arc's going to come up. Why not a new song then? Is it too much change? Do you guys want to implement it earlier so they get used to it? Like, obviously you wouldn't change the opening before the new arc, but there is a new opening, by the way, guys, if you're not caught up with Super. There is a new opening coming up next episode. I'm not going to say if it's good or not. We'll talk about it in the next podcast for Super. But it's still crazy to me that they would just sit there and change up the endings all willy-nilly when it's like 1 or 2 episodes away from the new arc. I don't get it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah. Anywho, so we're going to wrap things up here unless there's anything you want to say before we finish up, Tristan.
I love the last Kamehameha that Krillin and Goku get to do together.
It was a lot of fun because it was... Sorry, you go.
And the fact, like, just the idea of them training together on Roshi's Island again. And they grab a herb, and Roshi's eating it, and he's like, yes, now I can go on for another 1,000 years. It's like, oh, God, right. Wow. Okay.
What's really funny is that, like, remember, you lied to them about it, Roshi. I did. Right?
Yeah.
But,
it's like, no,
what I
wanted us to see that, the energy, we had to control our energy. It's like, wow, they make this shit up all by themselves. I don't even have to tell them anything anymore.
It's great. But anywho,
it's just like
I loved it so much. But anyway, but no, what I wanted to say about it was, I did, like I said earlier, just like having them, I believe I did mention earlier, having them train with Roshi again was amazing. Like, I'm just so happy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I guess, but that's why I said, now I remember, that's why I said I don't want to come off as the guy who's just like, nostalgia. Like, I don't want to do that. But, yeah, anyway, so what I wanted to say was that, because we're wrapping things up, I just want to say thank you guys for listening in. As always, love that you guys are able to listen in, and have fun with us. I want to mention not only do we have merchandise over at our main website, thoseguysontheradio.tumblr.com/merchandise, and our eBay, which is /thoseguysradio. I want to mention that we do have Those Guys Play Season 3 still going on. We will be taking a short hiatus next month. However, we'll be continuing with the brand new episodes and the final 4 in Season 3, actually Final 5, I believe, in Season 3 in the month of April. Yes, because this is February, next month is March. However, we still have Those Guys Play Season 3 going on, so check it out while you can over at our YouTube channel, which is Those Guys Play. And, you have Tristan and I, who we play a lot of different games on the show. We already actually played, speaking of Dragon Ball, we played Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the original, for the PS2 on the show, and we continued it in a series called Those Guys Play Dragon Ball Z. So definitely check that out, if you can, on Those Guys Play. Also, 12 Nights of Love finished up. By the time this is out, it'll be finished up with the final episode on Valentine's Day. So again, you can check that out by going to Those Guys Play. You can also find our backlog podcast over on our YouTube channel, Those Guys on the Radio, and you can check it out on our Blog Talk Radio if you're not here right now listening to our new episode, which is Those Guys on the Radio, and you can hear us through iTunes by searching up Those Guys. Also, by the way, go to our Patreon account. You can actually help us, fund us, help us kind of just live our lives and do what we love to do. By going to our Patreon account, TG Productions, you can, look at our different tiers, help us, like I said, just do our thing. But you can also get something yourself. You can actually get a shout-out from us, basically saying that you are a sponsor either through our podcast or through our Let's Plays. And you can also suggest games for us to play on our show, Those Guys Play. And you can also suggest podcasts for us to do as well. So that's a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys check it out. Our Patreon, by the way, being TG Productions. And that is all. So I just want to say thank you all and hope that you have a good night. So say good night, Tristan.
Good night, everybody.